Let us continue our discussion on the alternating current circuits. The last class, the last video, I stopped at LCR series circuit, and we have derived the expression for the impedance and the current. Okay, and the impedance of the LCR series circuit is given by Z is equal to square root of R square plus L omega minus 1 over C omega whole square, and current is I is equal to I naught into e to the power of j into omega t minus of phi. Okay, so this is what we have derived in the last class, last video. I stopped there. Let me continue that part of the discussion. Let me start with the discussion on the series resonance. Okay. What is meant by a series resonance? So in this series circuit, impedance is given by this equation. Z is equal to square root of R square plus 1 square root of R square plus L omega minus 1 over C omega square. Here we observe that there are three parts. One is a resistance which do not have any effect on the current, on the AC, and inductance and capacitance. In one cases the current is lagging behind, in another cases is current is ahead. Okay. In one case, in the inductance case, voltage is leading, current is lagging. In the inductor, in the capacitor case, voltage is lagging, current is ahead. Okay. So inductive reactance is directly proportional to the frequency. Inductive reactance that is, I will take the pen over here. Okay. Inductive reactance cannot be visible. Inductive reactance, that is XL is equal to omega L. Inductive reactance is directly proportional to the frequency. This is equal to 2 pi FL. So XL is directly proportional to the FL, that is a frequency, whereas capacitive reactance is inversely proportional because XC is equal to 1 over omega C, that is 1 by 2 pi FC. So XC is proportional to 1 over F, whereas XL is directly proportional and XC is inversely proportional to the frequency. That means the frequency is gradually increased. Suppose the frequency is gradually increased from a small value, reactance and hence impedance first decreases. If you increase the value, gradually increase, if you increase the frequency from a small value, reactance and hence the impedance first decreases, reaches a minimum value and then increases. The minimum value of the impedance occurs when reactance is 0. That means when the inductive reactance is equal to capacitive reactance. The impedance must be equal to 0. Impedance must be equal to 0 minimum when the two are equal. That is, inductive reactance is equal to the capacitive reactance. When you know that when the Z is minimum, you can write here. I is equal to E by Z. Okay, when Z is minimum, I is maximum. So when impedance is minimum, current will be maximum. Thus, then when when impedance is minimum, current is maximum, then we say that the circuit is in resonance. The corresponding frequency is what is called as the resonant frequency. So now we have to derive the expression for the resonant frequency. So the impedance must be minimum means the quantity L omega minus 1 over C omega must be 0. This quantity must be equal to 0. Okay. Now L omega is equal to 1 over C omega. Okay. L omega minus 1 over C omega is equal to 0 means L omega is equal to 1 over C omega. By replacing the values on L and omega square is equal to 1 over LC. Omega square means 2 pi FR square is equal to LC. Since the reactance is 0 at resonance, the impedance will be equal to resistance R. Hence, the applied potential difference is E. The maximum current is given by FR square, that is 1 over LC. That means FR is equal to, I'll write here, FR is equal to 1 over 4 pi into LC, FR square. FR square is equal to 1 over 4 pi LC, or FR is equal to resonant frequency is equal to 1 by 2 pi into root LC, 4 pi square LC. So this is the resonant frequency. Resonant frequency is 2 pi into root LC. So this is the expression for the resonant frequency. Right. Since the reactance is 0 at resonance, the impedance will be equal to the resistance R, and hence the applied potential difference is E. The maximum current is given by maximum FR is here. Okay, FR is equal to 1 by 2 pi into root LC. Okay, so I maximum is equal to E by R. So what is the resonant frequency? Resonant frequency is a frequency at which the inductive and capacitive reactance of a series resonant circuit are equal. In case of series, resonant inductive and the capacitive reactances must be equal to 0. The frequency at which this happens is called as a resonant frequency. This is one way of defining the resonant frequency. Or you can define the frequency at which the series impedance of the resonant circuit is minimum. So frequency at which the impedance is minimum is called as the resonant frequency. Or you can define resonant frequency as the frequency at which the series impedance of the series resonance circuit is minimum, has a power factor unity. Power factor unity. So when the power factor is unity, the frequency at that particular frequency is what is called as the resonant frequency. In this way we can define the resonant frequency. And this is the frequency response to the impedance in the LCR series circuit. Can take frequency along the x-axis and impedance along the y-axis, and you can show the variation in the graph. In the first part is the capacitive reactance, capacitive circuit. The next half at the right of the FR is the inductive circuit, left to the VR, FR is a capacitive reactance, and at FR both are equal. XL is equal to XC. This is a peculiar case of the series resonance circuit. When that case happens, minimum, Z is minimum, the current will be maximum. Okay, current becomes maximum naturally. So now let us come to the parallel resonance circuit. This is all the three components are connected in parallel, and exactly the reverse cases happens in the case of the parallel resonance circuit, as in the case of the series resonance circuit. Okay. So here the frequency response to the impedance is maximum in the case of the parallel resonance. As we have seen in the series case, the impedance is minimum. In case of parallel resonance, the circuit impedance is maximum. Correspondingly, current is minimum, whereas in the case of series resonance, it is maximum. Okay, this is the case of the parallel resonance. So bandwidth, there is a band of frequency. The width of the band between the two frequencies, F1 and F2, is called as the bandwidth. The width of the band is called as we have to draw the graph of the frequency response versus the current. Okay, so at I is equal to IRMS value, at the value of IRMS is equal to I naught by root 2. You plot a straight line here, and this line cuts the graph at two different points, and at the 2 points you have to draw the vertical lines. The first one is F1, another one is F2, and the maximum point corresponds to FR, resonant frequency. Okay, this point corresponds to FR, resonant frequency. Okay, the difference between F1 and F2 minus of F1, which is nothing but bandwidth. Okay, difference in the two frequencies, upper lower frequency and the upper frequency. The difference between the two frequencies is what is called as the bandwidth. Okay, right. So this is the difference between the series and the parallel resonance circuits. Impedance at the resonance in series case it is minimum, in the parallel case it is maximum. Current in the series case it is maximum, in the LCR parallel case it is minimum. Effective impedance is R, here it is case L by CR. Power factor at resonance is unity, in the case of parallel resonance also it is unity. Resonant frequency is given by 1 by 2 pi into root of LC. In this case also the same expression, or expression is somewhat different, that is 1 by 2 pi into root of 1 by LC minus 1 R square by L square. So in the series case voltage magnifies, in the parallel case current magnifies. Magnification is omega naught L by R, in this case also it is omega naught L by R. So these are the differences between the series LCR and parallel LCR resonance circuits. Okay, thank you very much.